Hi and welcome to Project Marlin. In this video we're going to refit the air dryer and we're going to get the handbrake valve working. So without any further ado, we'll get into the video.
Right, so back at the truck, got the air dryer. I need to refit the bits I took off it the other day. This one is a safety blow-off valve to stop everything over pressurising. I meant to look up the numbers on it, but I didn't. So I'm just going to clean a bit of this PTFE tape off. Put a bit of my favourite sealant on again. And that one goes in here. So screw that in. Pick up probably the wrong spanner. Nope. Right, that's one. Next one I'm going to do is the little unloader valve. It's that one. Shouldn't need any seal on it, but just to be on the safe side, it's all a bit old. We'll just put a tiny little bit on. So it's come free now. So I'll leave that slightly loose because I can't remember which way the pipe faces on the truck, but the sealant should stay wet enough, long enough for me to be able to do that. Got these ones at the top. They're really so you can fit a pressure gauge to test the dryer pressure. I'm not going to be doing that today, so again, a bit more gloop. And we'll just fill this little port in at the top with a little bung. Now, which one was it? This one. So, last but not least, and certainly not least, although I have forgotten to get a spanner ready for it, we've got our outlet pipe. So I'm going to try and put a little bit of grease on the O-ring. Because in the last video I was going on and on about grease. Again, this is the proper Bendix grease on here. And that shouldn't need any thread seal with the O-ring on there, so fingers crossed. If it does, we'll have to take it off and redo it. But there we go, that's the air dryer ready to go back on the truck. Okay, just while we've refitted the air dryer, it's a bit difficult to film, so that's back on. This here is the wiring for the heater, so I'll just turn the ignition on. I'm just curious to see if it actually is connected. And oh, okay. I think I need a new plug there. Yeah, so I've got 24 volts. The air dryer is actually seeing power, so that's excellent. Right, so we're going to connect the lines up on here now. That's the governor and loader pipe. So just tighten that up. Whoops. And we'll lock that in position there, I think. Long spanner again. So this is our which one's this? This is our out to the truck, so we'll unscrew that off. There's quite a bit of water in there from where we've been using that of a little compressor, but I will put, it's not very clean there, but these things shouldn't need sealant on because they seal on the face, but somebody's chosen to put some on before, so I'm just going to put a little bit round. Nothing else that will stop it from shaking loose easily, so we'll put that one on. Oh dear. Okay. I've forgotten about that. When we took it to get some pipes matched up, they undid that one. So I'll just have to take this out again. The joys. So when we got this fitting made up, the place matched up the pipes, took that fitting out, and I forgot about that. So we'll stick that back in again. You might notice it's got a Doughty sealing washer on there, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't actually go up tight. So this one does need sealing compound on it. So that's actually gone up a lot further than it was when I first bought the truck. So yeah, we might pull that off there. A little bit more round on here. I don't think it needs it, but right, that's that one done. A bit more on this lower pipe. Again, shouldn't need it, but there's usually a reason people have put PTFE tape on things. And that essentially is one refitted air dryer. You notice I've not put the pipe back on here. I will put it on later. I just want to see when we first start the truck up whether it's actually if that one-way valve is working or not. And that's that. Right, so next on the list of jobs today, we're going to change the broken handbrake valve for a working one. I was thinking about stripping the complete valve down that I've got and rebuilding this one. But after a bit of thought, I thought, well, I'm probably better off just swapping the complete unit. Fortunately, no captive nuts, so my glamorous assistant Joe is going to be up here with the ratchet, and I'm going to be underneath with the spanner on the nuts. So there won't be any filming of this, but we'll come back once we've got it off and we're taking the pipes off and the swapping over of parts and all that. And yeah, okay, we'll see you in a minute. So, as normal, things haven't gone as planned. One of the pipes was very difficult to get to, and I couldn't get enough leverage to get it undone. So, I've done exactly what I said I wasn't going to do. I've actually swapped the top half of the valves over, so I stripped down the new second-hand valve.
Where is it?
I've basically taken this out of the old valve, and I've put the new complete one in from the new second-hand valve. And now, well, you couldn't hear anything there, it operates a handbrake circuit, which is I'm very, very pleased about. What it doesn't do is actually operate the handbrake. So we've got more problems there. Handbrake on this truck's a bit unusual compared to most trucks. The spring brakes actually work on a mechanical caliper, which is on a disc, and there's one on each axle, so it's actually like 3 separate transmission brakes rather than a standard handbrake on the wheels. And what's happened is, while it's been out of use for so long, all the calipers are seized up. So in another video, because I don't know when I'm going to do it, in the next couple of months, I'm going to pull the calipers off, I'll strip them down, clean them up, get them all freed up, and we'll get them back on the truck, and then hopefully we'll have a fully working handbrake. The other good news is the air dryer is refitted, and obviously if you can hear the engine running, we've got full pressure on all of the tanks, the four-way valve's working properly with off the engine, the air dryer is working properly, we've got no air leaks from the air dryer or from the handbrake valve. We've still got a couple of other little leaks underneath, but nothing major. Yeah, so we're all good on that score. So after looking at a few other bits and pieces on the truck, from working on the handbrake today, or taking parts off the handbrake, but what I found out is, although my handbrake system's working, the front actuator doesn't operate. Now, I'm not sure if that's a problem with the actuator itself, or if it's a problem with not enough pressure getting to it, which means another valve on the chassis somewhere. So I thought this was the end of my air woes, but it looks like there's going to be another instalment. So thanks for watching the video. That wraps it up for this week. If you haven't already, please subscribe, click like if you've enjoyed the video, tell your friends about it. Love to read your comments as always, and we'll see you again soon. Cheerio.